Peace, peace. So look, it's your boy Elo, aka Elohim, aka Elo the God, aka I wish a nigga would. And I'm here, I have 10 questions for vladtv. I'm very hip hop to the core. I've been a fan of everything you could think of. I'm a fan of vladtv. I'm also intellectual. And I feel like a lot of the guests that come up there, a lot of the guys who get presented with the question about Vlad may not be as versed from a worldly perspective or cultural perspective as far as who Vlad is and how things are really operating. All of these questions of is he the feds or not? Is he this and that and whoop-de 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 whoop? And I have 10 questions that I composed that I think would get to the bottom of this, whether he's good for us, whether he's bad for us. And anybody who's on that level, whatever the case be, that you get up there and do your next interview with him or whatever, feel free to take any one of these questions that you understand or whatever and ask that man. Please ask that man. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel, Amani TV. And also, ask that man. Please, somebody, ask that man. Question number one. I got 10 questions. This is question number one. Question number one. How do you feel about Leo Cohen, Vlad? First question. Second question. Question number two. Do you have a personal relationship with Leo Cohen? DJ Vlad, please answer that. Being that you are the CEO of the biggest hip hop media site in the world, and he is also head of YouTube Music, which is a very important position to have in our culture, Vlad, for the two of you. And both of you are of the same heritage. You're both, as they call, ooze. I don't want to say the J because I know y'all be flagging shit. So I'm going to just say ooze. Whenever I reference them, I'm going to call them the ooze. Okay? Vlad and Leo, they're both ooze. And they're both at the top of our culture. So I want to know, do you guys know each other? Do you guys kick it? Go to your friends' bar mitzvahs and things like that. Okay, where I'm at. Number three. You talk a lot about how you get security a lot. And how you've had security by the NOI, things of that nature, when you go certain places, etc., 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 right? But being that I know what I know about the ooze, have you ever had security detailed by the Israeli Mossad? Now, for a lot of you who do not know, the Israeli Mossad is kind of like saying the FBI, but it's for the people of Israel. So the ooze rock with them. Like rednecks rock with the CIA, right? So, and I know people like Harvey Weinstein, just to name one. He used to have security detail by these guys. Now, these guys are like ruthless assassins, top-notch agents. Hey, I'm making a video, chill. Leave him alone, Monty. Anyway, that's question number three. Question number four. How do you feel about hip-hop police, Vlad? Targeting inner city kids, targeting these poor blacks who are just trying to get themselves together. That's not a rock and roll police. There's nobody fucking following Garth Brooks and nothing like that. I want to know how you feel about that. They don't try to talk about, I did a video interviewing the hip hop police guy. No. That's cool. That's what's up. I'm asking you how you feel about that. This culture that you claim that you love. You claim that you're black power. End quote. Pro-black, pardon me. Okay, what was that? That was number four. Question number five. Go lay down. Go. Lay down. Sit. Lay down. Thank you. Good boy. Question number five. Have you ever been approached or spoken with hip-hop police? as in behind the scenes, whether you helped or didn't help, whether you denied or declined or accepted or whatever the case, you know, and what did they say? Like, what did they ask you for? I'm sure that they have. Let's see here. That was number 5. Next question, number 6. Is your style of interview conducive to the agenda of Hip Hop Police? Is your style of interview conducive to the agenda of anybody who's trying to take down some of these artists? I think that's a very good question. Don't call him the feds. Ask him, is his style of interview conducive to the agenda of Hip Hop Police? Question number 7. I really want to know this one. Why do you think it's okay to impose your Caucasian views on your guests? You know, you're interviewing some kid, he's 18, 19, 22, 23 years old, never left his city for real. Interviewing you might have been his 3rd, 4th time on a plane, first time in California. He's really not as educated, you know, nor like aware of the world as he should. But when you ask him about how he protects himself and how he does things, and he speaks from the point of view of a, I want to say, ignorant person, being that he does have like $300,000 worth of jewelry on, and he does live in a multi-million-dollar home. He really shouldn't be walking around like that. No, he shouldn't. But he needs to learn. He doesn't have anybody around him to coach him or coerce him to elevate himself so he doesn't fall for the same pits that he would have fell in before he had the money and the opportunities. I don't hear you really saying that. What I hear you doing is, I hear you making condescending statements like, I don't understand why they do that. You know, I just get security. You know, it's like, bro, you're white. You didn't grow up watching people sell crack all day. You didn't grow up watching your friends get shot. You don't know nothing about that. Daddy. What's up, son? Down. You can get your butt beat, boy. Get off my couch, boy. Messing up my video, man. Anyway, I ain't editing nothing. That was question number 7. Question number 8. Was it not hypocritical the way you handled us, your fans, your audience, the people that created this culture, that gave you an opportunity to feed your family? Okay? Farrakhan represents us. So when you disrespected Farrakhan, it's bigger than Farrakhan. You was disrespecting our whole being as a nation. Was it not hypocritical the way you handled us with the Farrakhan issue after you were so vocal about Nick Cannon? I think that was very hypocritical of you. Very. Keep in mind that the ooze, it's well documented that they played various parts in our oppression throughout our time in connection with you people. So if Farrakhan speaks for the oppression of black people, and he speaks on the ooze, the ones that you claim to not be associated with, you claim to be an atheist, you claim that you don't go to synagogues and things of that nature, and you also claim to not be a racist, etc. So if he's up there talking about ooze, and you know that there are ooze who exist that fit the category that he's speaking of, why do you feel that it's so important for you to address that? That's odd. Very hypocritical of you. Very. Next question. What's my next question? All right, we're on number 9 right now. Are you aware that the ooze have been raping the black community of its intellectual property in music specifically since day one? You know, They create something, they go and they give their life, their blood, sweat, and tears, and they only get a percentage for their life's work. But the ooze have it cataloged, archived forever, and they can eat and feed their families off of it forever. Jazz, blues, rock, gospel, R&B, hip hop. Isn't that what you do? Don't you take these videos? Don't these guys come and sit with you? You don't pay them. They give their life story with you, right? And you archive it forever. And you're going to make money off of it forever. Correct? Wonder what you have to say about that. Question number 10. You did an interview with Godfrey. Godfrey made a lot of great points on this interview, speaking on who the original people of the earth were. And he also asked you if the ooish thing, is it a race or is it a religion? You said you don't know. All you know is your mother's was a ooh. That's not a sufficient answer, especially for someone who's as educated as you always come off to be. And the importance of that question is, then who the hell are you? Why do you have a problem with Nick Cannon? Why do you have a problem with Young Pharaoh? It seems to, not Young Pharaoh. Why do you have a problem with Farrakhan? It seems that you are hiding something. And it's real easy to do when you're interviewing, you know, these young men who are all leaned up, on pills, never traveled, and probably ain't never read their book unless they were told to. So, anybody, whoever you are, I don't know if you know this man personally. I don't know if you're on his Instagram, you follow him, you're on his website, whatever. You're going to sit down with him, do the interview, little bootsy. Ask this man. Somebody ask this man. Ask this man these questions. They're very important questions. Some of you may not really understand exactly where I'm coming from with this line of questioning, but if you was to ask him and you see the redness or you see the beads of sweat that's going to come, you automatically understand what it is that I'm coming from, where I'm coming from. He acts like he's so intelligent. He actually talks circles around a lot of you guys. Some of you guys make good points, Bootsy. A lot of you guys make good points, but you're not as diverse. I like Godfrey's interview because he's American. He grew up in Chicago, so he can relate to black people. America, Chicago, that's really black. But at the same time, he's Nigerian. Igbo, if I'm correct. So that automatically makes him a little more diverse, a little more worldly than the average person. So when you look at his interviews, Vlad can't really dance on him like he does other people when they say certain things. So I would like for people, if they could, please, somebody ask this man these 10 questions for me, please. And let me know what happens. All right? Peace out, y'all. One.